Welcome to Pixel Pickers, the podcast where we pick the pixels that pack a punch. I'm Jarvis.
And I'm Josh.
Hey, how's it going, boy?
It's going fine. I've picked up two new addictions in video games this week. One an old one, and one a new one that I didn't think I would like when it first got announced and when it came out in June. But I
Yeah,
picked
thank
up
you.
Dune Awakening.
And you also tried to foist that addiction onto me, I
oh
will say.
yes, I
And
did.
and and it fully worked, except that I play PC games on a Steam Deck and it looks like absolute butthole garbage on the Steam Deck, but it's very fun, and you will go into why it's fun, I think.
So yeah,
Whereas I am going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows today, so I am talking about something that's entirely irrelevant.
hell yeah. We're a good
Hell yeah.
timely podcast. That's what people like about us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Dune Awakening, right? So if you're very familiar with the Dune universe, I would assume the granddaddy of like almost all your favorite science fiction nowadays.
Mhm.
Got three really great movies, two that are more recent that are probably more considered actually great. I love the old one, the David Lynch one.
Yes.
Uh,
Considered more great, but possibly less accurate to the novel.
yeah,
Like, less in holding the spirit.
yeah.
It
Oh,
should be bad.
it,
Dune is bad. In the best possible way. I love it.
but I've never gotten through the books, but everything you love is inspired by Dune in some way. And I love the
Mhm.
new movies a lot. So I was like, yeah, a Dune game sounds sick. Every video game you play that has science fiction in it or not is inspired by Dune in some way or another. And they announced this game and they're like, it's a survival MMO. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of adjectives I don't really like
Yeah.
in my video games.
Okay, so let's just real quick on that. Do you have any survival MMOs that you do like, or have played, a decent amount, let's say above 20 hours?
I
Because
mean,
I
not
don't.
MMOs, but I've played things like The Forest and
Okay.
like a bunch of those. I have a group of friends that love those like co-op games. Like right now, they're
Yeah.
playing the Raft, so I'll play the Raft with them, and that's when those games are fun. Is like when you just have a group of people, and it's really just like more of a chat room almost
Yeah.
for us. Like
Yeah,
we're
I popped into that chat room last week and I saw it. I was silent. I looked. I said, "Nah, this game's not for me," and then I just left.
yeah,
It was sometime last week.
yeah, they're
Yeah, the
probably
raft looks fine.
they're all
The
perfectly
forest
fun
is
games.
fun.
Yeah,
You know,
the Forest
they're
is the
fine.
best Descent game. Playing that alone, the
Yeah.
first one at least, can be a very harrowing experience if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to anymore legally. It's too spoopy.
Yeah, but so not really my type of games. I'll play them with friends, but like Dune is like, man, I really want a good Dune video game that's not an RTS game because like there have been Dune games in the past, like most notably the
Right.
famous ones are like 4X strategy games. Which, if I said
Yeah.
survival MMO was not my cup of tea, 4X strategy game is 100% not my cup of tea. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to play the Total War Warhammers. I don't want to play Stellaris, Europus.
Josh, the Total
Eur-
War games are not 4X strategy games. You're really showing your ass here.
Okay, fucking Iron Hearts and Europa Universalis. Fuck, I just didn't want to say that one out loud because I can't say it. I've never had to say it out loud. I didn't want to try, but like those style of
Yeah.
games where it's like manage your economy, manage your
Slow.
lineage, all that type of stuff. And I'm like, I don't really
Mhm.
want to do that. But they announced survival mode, and I was like, oh, I feel like we're like really missing something here. But they have a really cool, interesting concept for the story because it'd be very
Yes.
boring to just throw you into the Dune movies and have you go through the story of Paul Atreides. Instead, so in Dune, I'm not going to break down the Dune lore because that's a lot. But if you can follow this, congratulations. If you can't, just know that it's an alternate timeline. And in the Dune universe, Paul Atreides, the main character's mother, was told to not birth a son because they can actually like control that. She was told to birth a daughter so she can join the Bene Gesserit. She doesn't do that. She has Paul. He becomes space god and eventually becomes like son becomes a sandworm or something. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
But
Accurate.
in the alternate time, but in this game, Jessica does have a daughter, and she has like a future of what is like the betrayal of the Harkonnens that they do upon the Atreides family. Which, if you've seen the Dune movies or read the books, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go watch those movies; they're great. Or read the book if
Oh yeah,
you want to read a
absolutely.
Bible.
No, don't read the book. Just watch the movies, y'all.
Yeah, because man, that book reads like the fucking Bible, and not in
Look how
like
many books are behind me.
those are all
Don't
comic
read that
books.
book.
Those are all
I'm
comic
telling.
books.
Hey,
Those are picture books. As I say,
hey,
while
there
there's
might
a
be a good
bunch of picture
Dune
books
comic book.
behind me.
Yeah, unpictured are word books on the other side.
Yeah.
I swear.
Whatever you say. And mine are in my living room. Okay. Yeah, we
Yeah,
all
I can
have
totally
books
read.
without pictures. So yeah, it's in an alternate universe where basically the subterfuge of the Harkonnens doesn't come to light, and now there's a like effectively civil war ongoing on Arrakis, the planet of Dune, at all times. And
Official emperor sanctioned civil war.
yeah,
Like they straight up in the storyline are like, all right, and civil war on Arrakis. Go
fucking
ahead,
go
y'all.
at it.
Yep.
And you play as a prisoner who is like chosen by the Bene Gesserit slash the Sardaukar, which are the Emperor. Don't worry about it. You crash
Yeah,
land on
really
fucking
doesn't matter.
Arrakis, and you get taught by this Fremen dude how to survive, and then it's like, go live, survive the desert. And what that involves is there's no eating in this game. Like, you can find spice infused things, but the main thing in this game, just like in the books, is water. Water is your main resource. You need to be drinking, you need to be staying in the shade, and like that's your main resources that you're worrying about, like, of keeping you alive. But what I like about this game that other survival games don't do is, in other survival games, like, not eating or drinking, like, before going out to explore, can really fuck you if you leave unprepared. And here it's like, yeah, water is very important. It really only affects your stamina. Staying out of the sun is really important, but if you get like, you're in the sun a lot, your water just drains faster. And it's not going to kill you. It will make your life suck a little bit more, but you can survive. So I like
Yeah,
that.
I would say that the sun is actually something that's probably something that's unique to Dune Awakening as a survival thing. I can't think of another game with that mechanic, but effectively it's just when you are standing in full sun, there's a little indicator that'll come up and be like, "Hey, you're hot, bro, and you are going to dehydrate. Get the hell out of there." And it just goes into the theming of the game, like that's how hot it is, and that's how important water is. Like Josh is saying,
Yeah,
water, water, water.
yeah, like, very famously in the Dune books, like, Arrakis is an enemy itself to like human life, apparent, like, effectively. Like, and one of your main things is like, you have to survive out here. Like, so you're collecting water. The main way you do it, which I think is great, is once you start building your base, which the base building, like, you're not starting with like a little 4-door shack, like, oh, I got 4 walls and a roof, thank God. Like, in most of our games, like,
Right.
you can build out pretty fast, and you're putting like refineries for ore and water refineries, which I want to talk about. The main way at right now where I'm at, or how I'm getting water, is through blood. So if you've seen
Okay.
the Dune movies or read the books, if someone dies, the Fremen will actually drain them of their blood, because blood has water, and water is more precious than blood. So
Yeah.
you have blood purifiers that actually will filter into water over time. And so you just go around with like a little syringe. Every time you kill someone, you're just like, give me that blood, baby.
Zoop.
And you put it in a little blood pack and you keep going. And then it's just like,
Daddy needs his juice.
yeah, you're going. So from there, you're just kind of like doing quests, like going to like hubs of like where like some NPCs are, collecting quests from a board, and then you get to really choose: do you want to go down side with the Harkonnens, or do you want to side with the Atreides? I'm a basic.
Okay, I was gonna ask about that because I thought that question was gonna come up immediately.
No.
As it would in most games, like with something like this, you choose like, are you dark side or light side? Um, but yeah, you can play like a Harkonnen ass looking Harkonnen character, but apparently still slide with the Atreides.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You can,
I like that.
and they let you try both sides out. Like, you can do like the first 2
Oh,
missions of
neat.
both of them, and then you kind of have to like make your decision. The Harkonnens are also obviously like the more violent, more vice-fueled peoples, while the
Yep.
Atreides also not good people. They're just the honorable people.
I mean, yeah, no one's good in this universe. It's
Yeah,
all about, profit margins.
they're
That's why it leans so well into a 4X game, I think.
yeah.
But I also think that thematically, the Dune Awakening is right on the money. Like, if you were talking about Dune and talking about playing a single character, you you have to survive. That's your number one thing, and that's cool.
Yeah, so and so you can do the missions. They're not the biggest part for me. Like I go and do them because they get me resources. For me, like
Mm,
it's just like getting on that research grind, unlocking like the next set of material like upgrades. So like you start with your basic improvised shit, then you start getting copper gear, so like copper guns, copper swords, knives, and then you go into like iron, steel, aluminum, and then you get some like I think Dura Steel and Dura Aluminum, fancy sci-fi names,
some sci-fi shit, yeah.
and you start building motorcycles and buggies, and soon I should be building my first thopter, my ornithopter, which are the
Yeah.
dragonfly like helicopters from the movies.
Uh, Probably a top 5 sci-fi fantasy vehicle design of all time.
Oh yeah, especially in the new
Yeah.
movies, that
Yeah,
sound they
no,
make
that's
when
what
the
I mean.
when the
Yeah.
fucking wings are going.
Perfect. It's
Chris.
it's genuinely great. I put it right up there with the Millennium Falcon as like iconic, perfectly designed, and just cool.
Oh yeah, I love the Thopter. I just want one
Yeah.
so bad. It's not there yet. But
Mhm.
so you just gonna go around and you are surveying the land. You're clearing out bandit camps. There's two types of combat. There's range combat where you're shooting darts at people, which I think is fun because it like reinforces the lore of the world. Where
Yeah.
in the Dune universe, uh, if people have shields on and you shoot them with a like normal like let's call it like a fast projectile, a regular ass bullet, for example, the shield will cause a nuclear explosion or an atomic explosion, I think they call it in the
Yeah.
lore. So it just will wipe out everything around. So everybody's like, hey, we're just not going to shoot bullets at each other when we have shields, okay? Like,
It's a pretty like bold move of you to say my defense against you shooting me is to wear a nuke.
yeah,
It's a hell of a move.
yeah, and it's really cool. So you use dart guns in this game because
Yeah.
the darts aren't going to stop the explosion. They don't penetrate the shields that well. Like you can get through the shield eventually by overwhelming it, but it doesn't outright just penetrate. The way you penetrate a
Josh,
shield,
what does penetrate the shield?
the slow stab.
Yeah, it does.
So in Dune, anything fast coming at the shield is going to be blocked. So if you go up with your knife or your sword, you just swing at them, it's just
Mhm.
going to bounce off their shield. But if you can parry them, which is very easy in this game, if you just see them
Mhm.
swing at you, you just tap right click, and it's so forgiving that I swear I'm like, I
Yeah.
should have got hit by that most times. That you just
Yeah,
parry
this is
them.
a survival game, not an action game.
Yeah,
It makes it very clear, and it's great for that.
yeah, and so they get staggered, and then you just basically hold your attack longer, do a heavy attack. Your blade will turn red, and you'll like slowly slice through the shield before breaking through it and slamming into them. And
It genuinely looks fucking awesome
it
in
does
in a fight.
it does look awesome. It does get a little repetitive.
I
I've got
felt that almost immediately.
yep when you're like going and clearing a base, you're like, yep. I mean, shoot these guys over here that have the guns. Okay, this guy's got a shield up. He's gonna rush me with the knife. Parry. And the great thing about the parry is if there's like multiple people attacking at the same time, they all get stunned off the parry.
That's funny.
And the block animation is the fucking like where they hold the weapon above their forehead, where it's just
Yeah.
this is the aura farming, like not effective at all in real life, but man, it
Yeah.
looks cool.
Well, that's their salute, isn't it, in Dune? I can't remember.
It,
Like when they go to
it,
start the fight, they do this dumb shit.
yeah, I think
It's
it
so good.
was.
I
Uh,
can't remember.
but I lost train of thought. But yeah, so like that gets a little old at first because there's not a lot of variety in the combat. You do pick a class at the beginning. You can choose between Mentat, a trooper, a sword master, a Bene Gesserit, which you can be even if you're a male character, crazy enough.
That's honestly, I like it, but lock it.
Yeah, it's not very lore accurate, and they should have just had a like
Yeah.
like maybe but Mentat being locked to male characters wouldn't be lore accurate either. It doesn't,
No.
but it doesn't really matter because
Yeah.
you can be all of them. So you
Yeah.
pick one to
Yeah, it's cool.
start, and you find a trainer like out in the wild. Like I found a planetologist trainer, so you can unlock planetologist skills. I found trooper, so now I have a grappling hook, which is meant to have as one of your
Mhm.
abilities because you have like 3 abilities you can have equipped at any time. And those are range trumps,
Yeah.
setting up a turret, commanding people to stop using the voice, or a sick ass grappling
Which is
hook.
what I chose.
Yeah. Just for those of you who haven't played this game yet, when you go in, the only 2 options you should be choosing from for your starting class is either Mentat or Bene Gesserit, because they take the longest to find for trainers. Like I still haven't found a Bene Gesserit trainer, but
Oh.
I found a trooper trainer, I found a planetologist trainer, and I finally found the Mentat trainer. So you can get those skills very early on, while the other ones will which are very nice, like having a turret, very useful. You don't want
Yeah.
that locked later on. Plus, you can get their passive, so like durability increases and the whatnots. So that's like the basic gameplay. Then you get your equipment. So like you have heavy armor, light armor, and still suits, and they each offer varying amounts of sun protection, which is very important, like for heat protection. Still suits can retain water, so you can always drink more, like recycle some of the water you drink. And then armor is obviously armor. And then you have shields you can get for yourself. And my favorite is the leap pack. So you remember that really cool scene in Dune Part 2 where
You know I do.
the Harkonnens jump from the very beginning where they slowly descend from the ship? You get that. That's
Yeah.
just part of your kit.
That's sweet.
And eventually you get one that just lets you jump with it too. And man, that makes traversal fun because you can also Breath of the Wild just climb everything, and you have
Nice.
all these cool tools. But there is a very hard stop on like how powerful you are, and it's that the world is effectively a bunch of islands. And I say this is because there is, your rocky outcroppings where most things will be built, like your bases, enemy camps, caves, and shit like that. And between them is just a lot of sand, which might have quicksand, thumper sand, which is a very scary experience to run over that. You're like,
I'm sure.
you're probably like, yeah, because you can't see the difference when you're just driving unless you look at your map.
Oh.
It just looks all like sand. Like quicksand, you
Uh,
can tell. Thumper sand, like you'll just be driving, all of a sudden you hear the thump 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 thump
Dum,
thump, and
dum,
you're like,
dum,
oh,
dum.
I'm fucked. And the reason you're fucked is because it will summon the Shai Halud, which is
Which is a big sandworm from Beetlejuice. So it's got like black and white stripes all down it, a weird colored maybe I'm mixing it up. I don't think that's what Shia-Hulud looks like.
no, it's just a
No,
bit.
no, I'm right. I'm right.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a big fuck off worm that comes from the sand that you've seen in
Yeah.
all the trailers for the movies and probably this game. And
Yeah, it's the butthole.
if you're on the sand too long, it will breach, and you'll see this thing breach very often, and it's really fucking cool and very
Nice.
scary. And it will just start coming for you. And if it swallows you, like if you die in this game, you can hold F to self revive, which is really nice. And there's no limit on it unless the enemies like
Yeah.
execute you while you're down because you have like a little secondary
Yeah.
health bar, or you can
Yep.
vehicle respawn. And you keep all your shit. You'll have to go pick up your like backpack if you respawn. But if the worm eats you,
Do
everything
you
that's
lose
on you
everything?
is gone. All your
That's cool.
gear, your backpack, it's all just gone. And my favorite
I
part
like
is
that.
when you die to the worm, it says you returned it to the sand or returned it to the desert.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Nice.
like stuff like that. So because I had an experience where you can see other players' bases because like I said, it's an MMO. You don't see other players very often. At least I wasn't because I was playing during the weekdays. But like today and yesterday, I actually like saw my neighbors because like where I built my place, there was other player buildings, and I saw my neighbors running
Oh,
around.
really?
Yeah, so
That's
like
funny.
I was out on the sand, getting what's called flower sand, which you have to get in like out where it's scary, where the worm can get you. I
Mhm.
didn't have my vehicle out because you can like, make a vehicle, and then you can have a thing called a replicator that can store your vehicle. You can spit it out whenever you need it, which is very nice. So I'm out there getting sand, and then the other guy comes from like one of my neighbors, and he's also getting sand, and we get a worm breach, and it's really fucking close to us. So we both
Oh,
start
that's cool.
sprinting toward the nearest house, which was apparently his. And he's played a lot more than me, so he has like the upgraded grapple hook and stuff. So like we're about halfway there, and he goes, goes flying off, and I'm just sitting there like booking it, like oh no, and I'm like checking to see if I'm in range yet, and I'm not. And I finally get in range
Yeah.
and do it right as the worm like crests where I was,
Nice.
and I was like, holy shit! And dude came on mic, he's like, damn bro, that was close, and it was like one of those like what's not intrinsic gameplay, but like what's the
Oh,
emergent,
emergent?
yeah,
Yeah,
emergent,
emergent.
like an
Emergent.
emergent gameplay moment of like where all the game systems like collided into one and made just like a really
Yeah.
great moment. And
It's a
man,
big Death Stranding-esque moment in terms of like for games recently to be bringing in everything together at one moment.
yeah,
But they're very big in well, not MMOs, but just like live service games, I guess, is kind of what I mean in general.
yeah, but this game is it's sick. If you're worried about it being super heavy on like the Dune lore and story, literally once you
Mhm.
get past the intro, the story is mostly like you talking to some NPCs and like you can learn about them, and then you can just
Yeah.
read a lot if you want, which I don't because
Ah, it's not your thing.
well no, it's like after reading the fifth or sixth like 3 paragraph quest description, I was like, I'm not doing this every time. I'm like, just okay,
Yeah.
go clear out this base. Got it.
Yep.
And my favorite part is there's actually somehow the environments are different. Like Dune is one
Huh.
big gross sand planet, desert planet, right? But you'll go into like labs and stuff, and like you'll go into like botanist labs that have like are overgrown with like trees and stuff. So you get a lot of like the different feelings. There's dark caverns. It's a really sick game. I really want to play more of it. Like I want to go
Yeah.
play it right now, but I have to record this fuck ass podcast and then go celebrate
Yeah.
a
Right.
birthday.
Disgust done.
So that's
Friends, family, podcast, work, awful.
awful things.
Games.
I want to be playing Dune. And other than
Doom.
that, my other addiction, this will be a quick one, I promise. You know, I've been playing Resident Evil 4 on my Switch, watching Farscape, as I've been telling you, everybody for the past couple of weeks on the podcast. I got tired of playing through Resident Evil 4 every night because I've done it 1,000 times in my life. So I was like, let me just check what's on the eShop, see if anything's on sale. And I saw an old love of mine. She was just sitting there on the shop, tempting me like,
Okay.
you could have one more hit would be good. So I
Who was there?
was fucking Power Wash Simulator.
No, Josh.
So I originally played that on PC like 3 years ago. I had to uninstall it because I would just sit there for hours, just like must clean, and like listen to podcasts or YouTube videos, and it was so unhealthy for me. Like,
Your ADHD is so fucking different from my ADHD.
but
It's the exact opposite. Keep going on Power Wash, and then I will share my experience with Power Wash Simulator.
okay, so now that's what I do every night. Usually I play a little Resident Evil, watch an episode of Farscape, go to sleep. I fucked myself this week because I was sitting there playing Power Wash Simulator, watching Farscape, and then I realized like, oh wait, this is the 5th episode of Farscape. How the fuck have I watched 5 episodes of Farscape? Now I was like, what time is it right now? And I was like, oh fuck, it's 4:30 in the morning. I've been playing for like 5 straight hours. Oh no. Oh no. So I slept like 2.5 hours that day. It was awesome. I
Ah,
hated it. So yeah, Power Wash Simulator. It's the best. Don't get it. Can't wait for the second one.
it's lame and boring, and I didn't really like it. It was fine.
Is it
That's my review of
it
Power Wash Simulator. I had it on the PlayStation. I think put it out as a plus game last month or the month before.
so you're
I
saying
played
there's
it.
trophies?
It's fine. Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
yo,
can bet there's
dog!
trophies,
I
my
might
man.
restart this whole game and get the platinum in Power Wash Simulator.
But do you have access to every monthly game still? I think you have to pick them up during the month that they come
Were they
out.
monthly?
Or
I try to
I
redeem
think
them.
it was monthly.
I try to redeem them.
I'm not sure.
I may not
Okay.
pay
It
attention.
it may not have been.
Like I don't think I've redeemed this month's games. I have to look what they are.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so yeah,
Deus Ex is on there, but I think that's on there as the classics catalog.
yeah. I mainly play their non 3 months like PlayStation Plus is kind of like ever since they introduced like the catalog, the 3 free games have kind of fallen off for me
I
personally.
think they've been very good. It's just that they've all been things that I've already played.
Yeah, it's that or like things I don't
Yeah.
really care about. Like I think they gave away Dragon Age Veilguard last month.
I don't know why you didn't play that. And it wasn't last month. It was like
I
February.
think I redeemed it. I just haven't got around to it.
Okay.
I'm
You
not a
should play it.
Dragon
It's
Age
very
guy.
fun.
I played a little bit of Inquisition. Like I've gotten through the hinterlands and like I got to like the poison swamps and
It's literally nothing. You can do that in an hour. You fucked up by staying in the hinterlands for too long.
I stayed everywhere too long.
You're not supposed to stay there.
I've got to the point where your base gets attacked, which again isn't very far.
No.
And I don't know. Dragon Age never clicked for me, which is weird because I like fantasy.
It is weird. You should probably try to play Origins again, to be honest, not Inquisition. Well, have you ever tried to play Origins?
I don't think so. I own all of them.
You
I
should,
got them on
you
sale.
should play
one year.
Origins.
Okay, I'll have to go.
You will very much like it, especially on your PC. Play it in like tactics mode. It's different from Dragon Age 2, Inquisition, Veilguard, all of that.
Is it
the
more
tactics mode
CRPG?
When you play in tactics mode, yes.
Is it turn-based
but
or
otherwise,
is it, real time? Or is it queue up
Boy,
actions?
howdy,
Kind of like is it like Neverwinter Nights?
No, yeah, so it's queue up actions. It's more CRPG when you play in tactics mode, but I'm trying to think like just in base mode. In base mode, it's kind of like KOTOR. You queue up your stuff, but it all happens live. Yeah, it's real time with pause. Good God, I could not remember what the hell it's called. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Neverwinter Nights, real time with pause.
Okay.
But if you play in tactics mode, you get a not top down, but just like a nice like 3/4 view of the
A
map.
tactical camera.
And then exactly, it's so good. And the enemy or the the NPC AI is not that good. So being in tactics mode really helps a lot.
Can you move them
as
also? Okay.
And Dragon Age 2, skip altogether. There's some very cool stuff. Because you probably will very much like Origins. Skip 2. You can do that. And then maybe try to do Inquisitions again if you like it. You'll find a lot more cool stuff playing Inquisition after you play Origins.
Yeah, because I could tell when things like, oh, this
personally.
is obviously a reference. Like this character is obviously
Yeah.
important to the franchise. It means nothing to me. Like the little, I think he's the dwarf that's in your party.
Yes, Varys.
Yeah, like I know he popped up in Veilguard trailers, and I was like, oh, it's that guy from Inquisition. And everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, I love that guy. He's been my goat since like 2008 or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. I obviously did not catch it, missed a lot of that. My BioWare journey was mainly Mass Effect, and then I recently played through KOTOR for the first time this year on my Switch, which, by the way, Switch is the best way to play KOTOR.
Holds up.
Best way to play
So
KOTOR.
good. Second best.
I played it on PC.
Phone is the best.
I didn't play it on phone. I've tried it on PC a lot of times, and I get, like, not that far. Like, maybe I get through the intro, the overly long intro. And, I don't know. I got it. It's like 4 hours.
Oh, you're talking Terrace?
Yeah.
Terrace isn't the intro. The intro is just the ship.
I would consider the first planet like the part of the introduction because that's where you like get your main party, and then it's the hinterlands.
Except you don't get shit in the hinterlands. You're only supposed to be there for about half an hour.
And why is there so much shit there?
Because there's so much shit everywhere, Josh. It's a well-designed game with a lot of stuff.
Too much stuff. It's like my main problem with The Witcher 3. Too many question marks on the map.
That's the thing. They give you all this stuff, but they are not saying Witcher 3 is the best game to learn not to chase question marks anymore. That is the one that said, hey, sometimes we just put stuff in it so you can have a reason to go to this area. Like, this question mark is an apple and 2 coins. Like, thank you for fixing me, Witcher.
Yep, that's the only reason I haven't beat Witcher 3 is because I did not learn that lesson. I was like, nope, gotta get that question mark. Because it's like the ooh, a piece of candy hits me really hard.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Ubisoft games really fucking trained me to do this.
But it's so funny that you say that. And like if you personally look at your hours probably, they're not that much in an Assassin's Creed game, a Far Cry game, or Witcher 3.
No, because there's not
But
as much.
yes, but if you look at your hours on like a Destiny or like
Mm-mm.
a Power Wash Simulator,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
you're gonna see some real high numbers that probably involved Power Wash Simulator specifically involved you doing less fun stuff for a much longer period of time. But that's just how brains work sometimes.
Must clear
Anyways,
dirt.
let's move on to my little Ubisoft bit.
Yeah, I gave you a great
I'm gonna be
transition. That was I gave you a
exactly.
fire transition. Mark that for
I
the year list. You know what I'm saying?
is going on the end of the year list. Absolutely. Yeah, so I played Assassin's Creed Shadows. If you don't know Assassin's Creed and you're listening to a video game podcast, I just write to me. I want to know how that happened. I have no idea how it happened, but yeah, just write to me. I want to know you personally. Okay. So Assassin's Creed is great. Mostly Assassin's Creed 2 is great. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is great. Odyssey is
Brotherhood
great.
is great.
Brother, well, that's all in Assassin's
Okay,
Creed 2 for
Ezio
me,
trilogy. Let's call
personally.
that Ezio.
Ezio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything with
Revelation's not great.
Ezio. Nope.
I
That's
didn't
right.
like that one.
It's still fun though. Still Ezio.
I hear a lot of people
Still
tell me
Roger Craig Smith.
Have you played Syndicate, by the way? People say
Syndicate.
Syndicate's
Not
like
great, but
I-
very fun.
I've heard it's like for like the classic of like style of Assassin's Creed, it's like the best one you can actually play.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
I think it does not understand the stealth aspect very well. It does understand creating a a British crime syndicate with Charles Darwin and Charles Dickens in it. So I mean that's cool. It understands shit that I would not have guessed. And also Syndicate's very good because the assassins, the main characters, are really good in that. I
Okay.
personally. Um, I have played not all of them, but most of them. I've skipped, sidequels effectively. And Assassin's Creed Shadows is pretty high up there on my list. I'm relatively short in the game, about 6-ish hours. But yeah, story rundown. You have two characters again in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, previously with the last two games, when they did two characters, it was basically a palette swap. Do you want to play the boy or the girl? Like, that's all it was. With this one, you have two unique characters with very unique stories and completely unique play styles. You have Yasuke, the real historical figure of just notably, he just got talked about in terms of history. And it was basically Lord Oda Nobunaga were taking place in the 1600 or the 1500s of Japan. So this is the end of the Sengoku period. And all that was basically said about Yasuke is there was a large, maybe 6 foot tall black man walking around with him, calls himself Yasuke, and Oda Nobunaga has hired him as his bodyguard. He was brought there by, Jesuit missionaries, and Oda Nobunaga saw him and said, "Yeah, I like that guy. I would like him to be part of my retinue." You see this in the game. It's actually a really cool moment. And then after that, Yasuke disappears from the game.
Oh,
Like
really?
you do a big mission with him, and then you switch over to Naoe, who is your smaller, more like assassin type character. Whereas Yasuke, they teach you, yeah, just go full sprint, and if you go full sprint towards a door, that door will no longer be there, and then you just swing heavily until everyone around you is dead. And Yasuke can't jump. Like
He can't
Yasuke
jump.
can't. He can jump. He can't jump much. He's a big boy, but one of the cool things, just like, and again, I haven't gotten back to playing Yasuke again, but Yasuke was big, clumsy, or not clumsy, but just like
He's just a big ass
large.
dude.
He's
Not
huge.
dexterous.
Yeah, and immediately with Naoe, they said, let's give you a much faster character, dodge base. Yasuke does all of his stuff on parries. They can both parry, but Naoe is more towards dodging, using kunai, a lot of stuff that you'd kind of associate with a ninja of Assassin's Creed. And like with where they are in the franchise, it is a great choice at this point for them to say, we know we've created this game in such a way that you can do pretty much everything now. Like, your character is able to, complete a task in any way. But instead of Yasuke being able to, deftly jump on top of a building just by running up the side of it, or Naoe being able to just like barrel through and run through a fucking wall, they divided out these into two different characters that you can swap to. I did check it out, and yeah, you can eventually swap back and forth between them, similar to a Spider-Man 2. But I just really like the sequestering of abilities. It's not something that's been done to this point. It's in an Assassin's Creed game. You're just always able to gather up every ability and do everything yourself with one character, and that's great, but it's not the most interesting in terms of like not feeling overpowered the entire game. I put this one on. I don't think most Assassin's Creed games come with the difficulty. I'm a little, I haven't played an older Assassin's Creed game in a long time, but I don't even remember in Valhalla if I necessarily picked a difficulty.
I think there were sliders in the menus, but it
Maybe?
wasn't. I don't think it was very in your face.
Yeah.
Valhalla's
so
where
I
I
put-
like fell off pretty hard.
Oh, see, I love Valhalla. I think they did a pretty solid
I
job.
played, like-
Odyssey is better, though.
Odyssey, I love that. Odyssey's my jam. Alexios
Yeah.
is my boy.
What?
I played.
You chose Alexios
played
when
as-
you had Cassandra?
No, I played as both of them. Cassandra is
Oh, okay.
better for the story. Alexios is better for the fucking comedy. His voice actor,
I don't know.
yeah, the way
he's
he
good.
delivers. What's the fucking line they always say? Oh, Malaka.
Oh, Malaka!
The way he just,
Yeah.
the way he gives it is, it really tickles my soul every time.
Effectively means like bastard in Greek.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like bad thing.
Yeah, it's like God damn it, basically, is what they use, kind of how they use it. So, for this game, so like I said, I played a lot of Odyssey. Valhalla, I was like, it's just too much. It's one of those things like it was kind of like too big. Like you
Mhm.
open up the skill menu on that, it's like opening up the Path of Exile skill menu, where it's just like this is too much. So I kind of fell off there. So recently with like Origins and Odyssey, not even recently, the past like almost half a decade or more.
Yeah, 5-6 years, easy. Damn.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed has been like an action RPG franchise, and they've done things like
Yes.
Mirage, where they've kind of harkened back to that old school Assassin's Creed. How does does it like straddle that line between the two, or is it like
Yes.
okay? Because
No, it is exactly straddling that line, but it with the two characters it's giving you, it is basically saying Naoe is your stealth character, Yasuke is your big bruiser. You can use both to do both things, but they are both better at one thing over the other. My pop filter got knocked out. I got too excited talking. So with the stealth, like I pushed the stealth going back to difficulty. I pushed the stealth difficulty slider to whatever their maximum was, brutal or whatever, because if you play Assassin's Creed, the enemies are fucking stupid and they will not detect you. That's something that I don't really like about the game, especially for a game that's like trying to make you feel like a stealthy assassin. It just felt like I could literally walk right in front of someone and they would never see me. So it never gave me that Metal Gear Solid feel of like really good stealth combat. But now I'm able to bump up the stealth difficulty, and now the enemies are actually paying attention to me. And if I am, oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can go prone in this game. Doesn't seem like that would be a big deal, or like even a thing that's not in Assassin's Creed already. But yeah, I didn't realize it until I was crawling around belly in the grass in like shorter grass, and I was like, I don't think I've ever gone prone in an Assassin's Creed game. And that also kind of opens up little things with the Japanese setting. You typically have in the 1600 or 1500s, you typically have like a crawl space underneath all of these homes and like residential buildings. So you can, with Naoe, go ahead and crawl underneath, pop up, kill someone, extinguish all the lights as you're doing it, pop back out, and you're done. And that's it. And that's where you're getting like the actual stealth gameplay again. The same thing that they were trying out with Mirage, where they're doing more stealth. But again, that's all your choice. That's the nice thing. That's, they allow you to choose to go full stealth or not. As for your other complaint about like them just throwing too much shit at you in terms of both like map density and like leveling density, the game where I'm at right now, at least, is like sequestering things off from me. As I achieve more, it's opening up more menus and stuff, but just that like little method of slowly presenting things to me instead of like I open up my menu, I have 7 tabs, I have 5 skill trees in this tab, I have a separate thing. I'm not saying that these features aren't present or anything. It's just that the game says you're an hour in and you just got your sword, you're level 3. You don't need to, know what your fucking final ultimate assassination ability is gonna be. And that's nice.
Yeah,
I was
simple.
actually
It's
pretty
called
surprised by
simple
that.
progression that we've mastered in
Yeah.
games way before, and they say
Forever.
they took those breaks off in Odyssey, and then they floored the gas
Yes.
pedal in Valhalla, where it's just like there's
Yeah.
too much for me at least.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally fair. This isn't a game changer for Assassin's Creed. The story is very good, but it's nothing special. The acting is okay. The music is something else though. Outside of I think maybe like Assassin's Creed 2, where I really like Jasper Kidd's soundtrack, and then Assassin's Creed Black Flag, where I'm really getting into a lot of that piratey stuff. Um, this game goes full rock music at many points, and I was really surprised. A Japanese band, I brought it up so that I would not forget. Their name is Teke Teke, and they are a psychedelic Japanese band, like a psychedelic rock Japanese band. And you go through a flashback with Naue, and as it gets up, like it's all hectic, and you're in like the fog of war, and as you finally get up to like the boss of the area, like it kicks in with some Kill Bill ass crazy 88 music. It is so good. There's just like this pounding drum, this like weird windy guitar, and then a woman singing in Japanese over it. But it's so influenced by like hip hop and just psychedelic rock. It sounds weird and cool. It's all by the one band, Teke Teke, stylized Teke Take. I'll put it in the show notes as well. But I definitely recommend them. And they don't have a lot of like listeners or anything. They are so good and so unique. There's an entire volume of the Assassin's Creed Shadows like soundtrack dedicated to just their music. And then the rest of the music is by The Flight. I've seen The Flight pop up a couple of times, I think on other Ubisoft games even. Oh yeah, yep, they did Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's funny that's the other one that I like. And then Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Holy shit. Okay, so The Flight literally does every great Assassin's Creed soundtrack.
I wonder
Oh
if
no, they just did they did the multiplayer music for Black
okay. I
Flag,
was gonna
which
say,
was really good.
I wonder if they're just the like Assassin's Creed music people now, because like the
They are
flight, you
not.
do the leap of faith.
Well, they've only done 3 of the games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just by choice. Maybe it's only one. No, I was gonna say maybe it's one specific studio, but nope. It's all by choice. Oh, they also did the music for Lockwood and Co. A very fun sub recommendation for this. That's a Netflix series. That's all it gets.
So, all right,
Eh,
time to make the comparison that everyone talked about when this game got announced and after it came out. The other prolific samurai game that's come out in the past decade is Ghost of
it is better
Tsushima.
than Samurai Showdown. Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
I
Sorry,
doubt it's better than
I thought you were
Samurai
gonna say
Showdown.
Samurai.
Sam Show 2 was a staple in my household, okay? I
I
love
hate
Sam
Samurai
Show.
Showdown. I'm so bad
It's
at it.
you just get rid
So
of all the
tough.
stupid combos and everything from all these
Yeah.
other fighting games. Just like, hey, can you hit the
You
other
got a fucking
guy?
sword.
Can you hit that
Yeah.
bitch? And you fucking sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, maybe not. Uh, So the comparison to to Ghost of Tsushima is not necessarily favorable for Assassin's Creed in terms of story and visual presentation, in terms of katana combat also. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima absolutely outplays it. You have, multiple stances and all of that, and it just like it really puts itself together well. In terms of stealth gameplay, I definitely give it to Assassin's Creed. Ghost is very fun, and the ghost aspect of the game of sneaking in and being a dishonorable little shit and killing people while they're facing away from you.
You were a
What's really
dishonorable little shit.
yeah,
I-
like that's what it. I like that about, or I like that it presents it in that game, but it's not that good. Even like the ninja tools you get in the game are fun, but nothing in Ghost of Tsushima just compares to the slick fucking katana gameplay.
Yeah, because that's
Like,
so. I was tricked by Ghost of Tsushima. I didn't really fuck with it that hard. Uh,
mhm.
I thought I would like that game more. Just who made it? It's Sucker
Yeah,
Punch
Sucker
and
Punch.
Samurai. I love samurai games. That shit's dope to me.
Yep.
And I
hmm
played that game. Like they're like, hey, you can be honorable or dishonorable. Like that's how the story narratively presents itself. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
You,
my actions matter because you are telling me my actions matter. So I played that game honorable. I didn't sneak anywhere. When I went to go take down a bandit camp, I walked up to the front and said, "Hey, come fucking fight me." And I would sit there and I
yeah.
would sword fight them all. And then halfway through, my uncle screams at me like, "Why are you being dishonorable, little ghost bitch boy?" And I'm like, "I'm not. I haven't stealth killed anybody." And that really
You
rubbed
may
me
have
the wrong
used a
way.
ranged weapon in a fight. That will also get you a dishonorable hit.
I don't know. I just think that's just how
Anyways.
the story. That's just how the story goes. Like, it's not. There's no choice to be made. Uh,
Oh, my man, you are entirely wrong. The literal entire landscape of the game changes.
does
No
it?
joke.
I got through the
Yeah.
first arc. I think. I got to the
No.
second land.
Yeah, I mean it, like I'm being entirely literal. The When you do more stealth stuff and more dishonorable stuff, the game gets actually darker. More clouds
Oh,
come in, the grass grows higher. Like it's so you didn't notice anything because you were playing the game as you should as Jin Sakai. I really like Ghost of Tsushima. I actually still haven't beat it yet, but that's just because I'm taking it really slow.
yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
only been 5 years.
uh,
We're cranking at it.
yeah, I know, right? Um, there's just something about it that I don't love to play it for too long, but I think like Death Stranding, it's just going to click at one moment in terms of like pulling me in. But yeah, Assassin's Creed to Ghost of Tsushima comparison, I would give favorable in terms of story, acting, look, graphics, and uh, um, katana combat for stealth, for maybe even size of map. I don't know, but it looks really fucking big in Assassin's Creed
It's
Shadow.
a
And also, I
Ubisoft
haven't been.
game.
It's yeah, exactly. Like I haven't zoomed out the map because I don't need to know because it'll just scare me.
Yeah, it will just make you like, oh, I've done 10% of the map. It's like an Odyssey
Oh,
when you
wait a
get off
second.
the
This is just Japan.
yeah, when you get off the first island in Odyssey after you've been there for 3 hours. Because if you're like me, you're like, I'm
Yes.
gonna do all the little side quest stuff, and you the title screen hits, and you go, oh no.
Oh. Well, and that's another thing about Valhalla that broke people is they did not realize that the game does not take place in what is it? It starts in
Norway,
like Norway or
yeah,
something. Yeah,
and you go to
the game
Greenland,
does
I
not
think.
take place there. Oh, you go to England.
England.
Yeah,
I think Greenland was
it's
the
about
DLC.
the yeah. There's Ireland and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, um, its its initial map is huge and it seems like it's not the whole game, but it seems like it would be a big portion of the game, and instead it is literally just the
The intro.
tutorial
Yeah.
effectively. And you're supposed again, you're like the hinterlands, you're supposed to go in, understand the systems, and leave. And the Valhalla did not say that, and it got a lot of people like, oh, I've been playing in the most boring part of the game for 4 hours, and I no longer like this game. Yeah.
So that hasn't really
Ugh.
happened to you yet in
Oh, no! Oh, the pacing is
Shadows?
so fucking good in this game. No, the pacing's great. Yeah, no, like, it is propulsive. Um, yeah, right now I'm literally just going through Naoe's missions. I could talk about the plot, but it's not gonna surprise you to find out that the plot's about revenge and,
In
you
an
know, finding
Assassin's
a
Creed game?
yeah, I know. It's about revenge and a big list of people that you have to kill. Like, yeah, that's been the story from day one, but also especially the story in the new like action RPG version from Origins onward. It is almost always you have been wronged. You need to take revenge. Here's the list of people that fucked you over. Go kill them. It doesn't do anything special with that. I'm intrigued by the characters that I'm going to go kill. They look well, like, created and fun, but there's nothing especially special. The cool stuff for me in Assassin's Creed, outside of like the main character moments, in terms of like Ezio and Edward Kenway from Black Flag, have always been in the historical moments. So like seeing Oda Nobunaga and like watching him, destroy the Iga Iki clan, that's cool. I'm sure Hattori Hanzo is going to show up in this game. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other, historical Japanese characters that may or may not have been alive at the time of the game. But it's a video game. We like the flexibility. I saw some when I was looking for the initial artist when the guitar music played in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Of course, I found out online that many people were not really into the anachronism of psychedelic rock music playing during their 1500s ninja game.
Man,
But
wait,
l-
wait for the swap though. When Ghost of Yōtei
yeah,
comes out, and they have like the Samurai Champloo mode where it plays like lo-fi hip hop,
yeah, and they're
which is
like it's
dope by the
perfect.
way.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
great.
fucking awesome. But they're like
Yeah,
it's gonna be such like a swap on that because people just like to hate on Ubisoft games.
they do. They do.
Sometimes they deserve it. I think most times not really.
I al- I also think people like to hate on like historical accuracy when like and this is always like an armchair historian, but they don't consider like literally everything else about this game made for entertainment is not historically accurate. Just because it's presenting, certain characters and stuff, nothing about it's accurate. In fact, I'm sure they are probably wearing or using weapons that they did not use in 1579 Japan.
Yeah, like
That does not bother me. This is a video game. It is not a learning experience. They have the learning experiences, at least they did for
the last 3 of them, like
yeah.
Origins,
Did they in
Odyssey.
Valhalla?
I'd
I don't
imagine
remember
it's
it at all.
probably in there
Probably.
somewhere.
But yeah, it's a museum mode, and
And
that's cool.
that's like
That's
all based
awesome.
off like locations though. Like
Exactly. And that's not what a game made for entertainment's purpose should be. This
well,
is not
most times
something that's looking to enter.
most times you
Go
see
ahead.
those armchair historians complain like it's not historically accurate, and what they're mad about
Yeah.
is a fucking colored person being there. Like yeah,
Yes.
like
This is
the discourse around Yasuke, I was like, look, I get it, you're racist, fuck off. Like I don't care what you think, but like this is like a proven real person. Like shut the
yeah.
fuck up.
The
Yes,
only possible argument that works against the inclusion of Yasuke is just like, well, it's the Japanese Assassin's Creed. Why can't we have two Japanese characters? And it's like, but you don't care about it being a Japanese character. You just don't want there to be a black
yeah,
guy
if
in
it was
it.
the Tom Cruise Last Samurai, if that was the character they used, people
Yeah,
will have been so
exactly.
about it. They've been like, "Oh, this is
I
so cool."
I didn't hear shit about the historical accuracy of Neo. Like,
Yeah,
and you
no.
were playing a white guy in
Yeah,
Neo, but
you were playing you
a
were
historical white guy that
yeah.
visited.
Yeah, you were an English you'd have visited,
Uh
so
huh.
that's what most of that is. Like I think most people who
Absolutely.
like really care about historical accuracy don't give a fuck about Assassin's Creed. Like my favorite moment from like the
Exactly.
Assassin's Creed games is granted from one of the worst games. It's in Assassin's Creed 3 where you
Yeah.
do the Paul Revere mission where you have to go say the
That's
British
a
are
fun one.
coming, and it's Paul Revere trying to do it, but he's just like the shittiest little dude ever and just can't
Yeah.
get his life together. So it's actually like
Yeah,
Connor that
it's
goes
like
around and says it, and I don't know why, but that
uh-huh.
joke hit with me really good. And I always
It's
remember
great.
it.
It's because Paul Revere is so shitty in that game. He's a little shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't. He's drunk when you find him. I
Yeah,
think in
he's
that
like
mission. I can't
pissed drunk
remember.
or something. He's just like
Yeah. Is
a
it?
slob. It's great. And they do a lot of shit like
Yes.
the Pope, you kill the Pope in the second game, and the Pope has magic powers, not God powers, ancient
Yeah.
civilization powers, because it's like an Eldritch, like the apple of Eden is an Eldritch item.
Aliens. They're
Yeah,
aliens. They're
yeah,
just fucking aliens. Why are we talking about historical accuracy in the game where Athena just talked to me?
yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
That talked to me through, like, while I'm seeing through the eyes of a whole different person. And
Yeah.
that dude, and
Yeah.
the dude in back then's like, man, that was fucking weird.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. You are experiencing the entirety of the game through a a VR suit effectively.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing.
Literally an
And
armchair historian.
don't even get me started on if you want to complain about guitar music. You want to know how many of those fucking instruments were used of the instruments used by the flight for the score. You know how many of those instruments were probably used by, I don't know, a Japanese orchestra in 1579? Well,
Probably
probably not a lot of them.
Probably a couple woodwinds, and what's the can't think of the it's a stringed instrument and they play with a huge
Oh,
pick, and it's usually played by like
is
a
that called the
geisha.
shamisen?
I think so. It's usually
Shamisen,
like
I
played
think.
by like a geisha
Kubo.
style character. Or Kubo plays one
Yes.
also. Yeah, I'm thinking more
Yeah.
recently, I think One Piece had a character that played one.
Nice.
Which is a dope instrument. Sometimes I see people on TikTok like using those. I'm like, damn, I don't know why this little like 4-string instrument hits so hard.
Okay, and then I have one final thing about historical accuracy.
Okay, yeah, we went on a huge tangent with this.
I have to because it's very important to me. The this game, Assassin's Creed Shadow specifically, what I'm really enjoying about it and why I think will click a lot better for more folks and it just works better as a game is that they are walking away from the neutral style of Assassin's Creed, which is to say pretty, fun. The music goes ooh the whole time. Uh and there's nothing really like bold about it. But in playing this memory with the psychedelic rock playing in the background and just like this really fun like 1970s samurai film feel to it, uh it felt like one of the first times Assassin's Creed has really had identity outside of you have a hidden blade and you kill people. Like it really feels like stylistically Shadows is trying to differentiate itself and define itself as kind of the cool kid of the Assassin's Creed crowd. And it is working for me. Like I said, it feels like the the thousand movies that influenced Quentin Tarantino to create Kill Bill, but specifically anything wuxia or
Kurosawa.
specifically like in the yeah, it's not as Kurosawa is where I'm gonna put
Like
my
Ghost.
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, it's not Kurosawa stylized. It is like Takashi Miike stylized. It is fast. It is not. It is not punk, but it kind of wants to be. I think if this game was not made by Ubisoft, it would be a 10 out of 10 because there would be a lot more wildness to it. But for me right now, I'm really loving it. It is a solid A minus B plus, and I'm very early. I think this game's going to get a solid 80 to 100 hours out of me.
Ooh.
Also, it's violent as fuck. It's so cool. It further kind of making me want to compare it to Takashi Miike. Just like the
Yeah, I've heard the
executions and
Yasuke
every
finishers
enemy gets
are
one.
like he eviscerates
Brutal.
like you feel strong when you fucking get
Yeah.
someone.
But I like the Naue finishers because she will just like flip over a motherfucker, kick him in the back of the knee, decapitate them, and then whip a kunai into the next person. And I'm like, yes, yes, thank you. Very good,
Again,
very fun. Again, more.
I've been
I like it.
I've been wanting to play it, I just haven't got around to it, and I forgot. Honestly, I forgot about it. To be straight with you, it kind
Same.
of like left the zeitgeist. I didn't think about it for a while. If it pops on sale,
I
I'll
have a
probably
question
get it.
for you.
What's up?
Oh, well, one, it is on sale. That's why I bought it.
Oh.
And two, when do you think it came out?
November
Because I had a very
2024.
holy shit. Yeah, me too.
Was it this
so
year? It was not this year. It was not
it
January
was
of
March
this year.
20th.
No
March
fucking
20th. It
shot.
was
That
not.
came out this
Yeah.
year. That did not
Yeah,
come out
crazy,
this year.
right?
No. That you're
Yeah.
looking at like the DLC horse armor they put out, and it's just fucking with you.
Nope. Mac OS, PS5, Win, XSX. Oh, is that how the Xbox is now? I hate
Xbox Series
that.
X.
Yeah, SSX.
The Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo
XSX.
Switch has a good one. It's NS2, which sounds really badass.
Yeah, NS2 is good. And before that, was it NSW for a little bit?
I
Like
think
they
so.
didn't just do NS? Yeah.
I don't remember.
I like that too. NS2 is dope though.
NS2 sounds fucking cool. But
I love it.
man, that did not
Yeah,
come
it's
out
fucking
this year.
crazy.
That did not come
March
this year.
20th. It's so crazy.
That's crazy. And we just did the Game of the Year so far podcast, which you can listen to by clicking on the screen somewhere, or if you're listening to on Spotify by going back an episode. Did not cross your mind at all. I looked up a list of games that came out this year to remind me of what I've played, and I still didn't fucking realize that.
Well, to be fair, we didn't play it.
Yeah, no,
we both coming to it late.
But
you didn't remember that it existed.
I just read a list of notable games that came out, and it was probably on there, and my brain just went.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I was kind of the same way. I didn't forget about this game. I was waiting for it to go on sale, like with a good amount of anticipation. But I was waiting. It was very much in the background for me.
Yeah, like when you said you were waiting for it, I was like, yeah, me too. Like for like the past 6 or so months. No, it's been like 3.
Yeah.
It's been like 3 or 4 months.
Crazy.
But I don't know if I'll get to it right now because I never beat Ghost of Tsushima, and I think I might go back to that and restart it because
I think that's a good use of your time.
The Yōtei state of play I hear is really good. I haven't watched it yet.
Yes,
but I saw some clips where you use like different weapon styles. I'm like, I like that.
Yeah, and a brief thing about Ghosts of Yōtei on like style and anachronism. You were talking about they're using the Samurai Champloo version or mode.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that is, Ghosts of Tsushima added a Kurosawa mode. Kurosawa mode, I think, was just black and white, heavy wind,
and blood sprays.
No,
they didn't have the Kurosawa blood sprays.
They didn't change. They didn't add. I don't think. I think they're doing that maybe with Takashi Mike. I always say Mike.
Did they do an audio change?
Oh no, yeah. The audio comes in a little compressed, but there's a film grain as well. And then they're also adding the Samurai Champloo or what's Shinichiro Watanabe version. So that one. Yeah, so that one, I think it's just when you're like exploring, it puts in some nice lo-fi beats. Like that's cool. But for me, Ghost of Yōtei features Takashi Miike mode, which is just more violent, and the camera comes closer, and it's dirtier. And
okay, I need to watch this state of play then, because that sounds
I think
sick. Actually,
Ghost of Yōtei looks pretty sick.
I'm not gonna lie, my excitement levels, like until you texted me like the other day after we saw Superman, my excitement levels were very, very low. Like I was excited for the fact that PlayStation puts out great single player games. They just do. Ghost of Yōtei, very pretty. It didn't stick with me. I probably should go back to it now that I have that like knowledge that like, hey, just play it how it makes sense to you instead of like forcing yourself through the honorable way, which was awesome every time. Like, there's only so many times you can just go up to a camp and like, hey, come here, come get your ass whooping.
Come here. Yeah, like literally, there's just a button that says like call out or something like that.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. So the first couple times I was like, come get your ass whooped, and you fuck them up. It's great. But also, the open world in that game, I hope it's either pared down in this one or just better. Because the open world was not worthwhile in Tsushima, in my opinion, from what I played. Like, there wasn't much of a good reason to go explore the open world.
Well, I think the open world in Tsushima is just meant to be a transitory place, a very
Yeah.
pretty transitory place.
It's like, find
You
the
know?
shrines, I like doing the haikus and the bamboo cutting, but like,
Yeah, there's a lot about Tsushima in terms of like just creating like neat little in their terms like Japanese-esque things to do. Like go write a fucking haiku, I guess. That's what a Japanese person would do when they're just sitting outside. Like it does feel like that from Sucker Punch, but also it is very
well,
fun
that they
and
said it's that
neat and creative.
they're like, hey, we wanted to just take all the cool things because like if we were
Yeah.
historically accurate, like you wouldn't have these weapons while the Mongols were here, and we couldn't
Yeah.
do these cool architectural designs at this time period. So we just like it's a mismatch of time eras. So
Yeah, and I'm
fuck
pretty
off,
sure the
armchair
thing that
historians.
defeated the Mongols was a hurricane,
Yes,
not Jin Sakai.
not one dude being sneaky because no one
Exactly.
knew what stealth was back then.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. In the 1600s in Japan, they had never heard of stealth. It's crazy.
But I did see a couple clips of like her I'm just gonna call her the ghost, I guess. Uh,
Atsu.
Erika Ishii using multiple weapons. I saw that.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, I saw her. I think I saw her do something with a spear, and I was like, okay, you got me. Because look, katanas are dope. I can't tell you how many fucking katanas I've wielded in how many games. But like swapping between weapons, that was one of my favorite parts about Neo is using non-swords.
So many weapons. Yeah, for me in a ninja game or a samurai game, my go-to weapon is always the kusarigama, which is the kusari is that sickle, and then the gama is your little ball on the end, and then you have a big old chain. Oh, it's such a fun weapon in
Yeah,
every
that
single
was a cool. It
game.
was a cool weapon in Neo too.
So good in Neo too. I love that one.
Yeah, so that got me more excited, and then just seeing Samurai Champloo mode, which is like a show I grew up
Mhm.
on. I should not have
Yep.
grown up on it, but I caught it on Adult Swim like when it premiered, and that shit
Yeah.
altered my brain chemistry. Like as someone who also found his uncle's like Wu-Tang CDs at way too young of an age,
Yeah.
like those two which honestly that's like a straight linear path right there from like
Yeah. Yeah.
Wu-Tang
They'll
Clan
come
to
right
Samurai
together.
Champloo. Yeah, that altered my brain chemistry in like the best way. So I'm way more excited about this game because I honestly I was gonna skip it. Like straight up, I was like, it'll come to PlayStation Plus in like a year and I'll maybe touch it then. And now I'm like, because
Yeah.
August is looking a little thin for me right now. I think, which it might not be true.
Yeah.
I think I need to look at a game release calendar. I think October is the heavy month.
There's something in August. Oh wait, that might just be Gears that I'm thinking,
Yeah, I
which
think
is big for me.
we'll play that because there's crossplay, and I promised you I'd play it
Oh
with
yeah.
you.
Yep, you
So
did.
I will go through Gears for the first time in 15
When did it come
years.
out?
No,
Yeah.
no, when I played it. It came out in
Oh, okay.
2007.
7? Yeah, 7 or 8? 7?
Yeah, that game's almost 20. It might be
Yeah.
20. It might have come out in 2006 with the Xbox. It might have been a launch title. I can't remember.
I don't think it
Or
was. I
close
think
to
you're right on
launch.
2007.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So I'll go through it, and maybe I'll like it this time. Gears has never clicked for me. Jarvis,
Fair.
do you have any more video games you want to talk about today? Because I feel like we're about to go
No, I
long
think
on recommendations. Because one of us is going to
yeah.
recommend the thing.
Yeah, I think you're going to recommend that thing. But
Well,
I'll recommend something else
okay,
first.
I had a backup one, but it was also tangentially related.
You
So
can also, I'll maybe back up, depending on what the first thing you're talking about is, I might, back up that recommendation or not. But I'll go first
okay,
if you want.
yes, please.
Sorry, I'm
But first,
literally just looking up when Gears of War. Yeah, you go first while I look up when Gears of War came
let
out.
me intro this. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Every week we like to give out recommendations for non-video game media. This could be books, TV, comic books, movies, or as we said before, real word books, but we don't actually know how to read, so you're not going to get those. We got an audiobook once because Jarvis didn't have to read it.
That's true. Can't
Uh,
read.
Can't read.
Wait, I don't mean that.
He can't read. So
Mm.
we're gonna recommend something. And Jarvis, are you ready for your recommendation, or are you still looking up Gears of War? It shouldn't be that hard. Gears of
No,
War when
it was
come out.
it was 2006, and then it released on Windows the next year at 2007.
Ah,
So
okay.
yeah.
So do you want to lead
Yeah.
with your recommendation? Because if we
Yes. So
go ahead.
I have two recommendations. One is kind of a soft one, and one's a little bit harder. Soft recommendation is going to be kind of, it's the start of James Gunn's DC universe. It's on HBO Max, and it's called Creature Commandos. If you want to see Frankenstein doing some fucked up shit, or you want to see a weasel eat some people, I don't know, maybe you want to see a robot from the 1940s continue to try to kill Nazis every day like it's his only programmed thing to do.
I'll back up that
It is.
recommendation. That show was sick. I like that show a lot.
Yeah,
Great,
Creature Commandos is so good.
very
Great
fun.
voice cast. And you will, for most of the voice cast, the exceptions are like Alan Tudyk voice Clayface in that. But for almost all of the voice cast, if they are voicing the character, they will be playing the character in live action.
As
So
we
that's
saw
really cool.
Thursday.
As we saw Thursday. Okay, but my hard recommendation this week. I don't have much to say about it, but I just gotta say that the Mighty Crabjoys are the best punk rock band of all time, and I love them. And they're definitely punk rock band. That's it. So go ahead.
Okay, I thought you were good. So what he's actually
No,
recommending is the new Superman
the Mighty
movie.
Crabjoys.
Oh, okay. The fake band made for the DCEU. He's recommending Superman by James Gunn for the new DCEU that just came out that him and I went on a little date to see, and
Yes, we
it
did.
was just such a good time.
Yes, it was
We're
great.
both avid comic book readers, or correction, picture looker atters, because we can't read.
Yeah.
And that movie filled me with such joy because it felt literally like it was straight just a comic book. The way I explained this to people why it felt like a comic book, it's not how it looks or like the story, but how it does characters. If you were to go just pick up a comic book, I don't care if it's something very new or 20 years old, there are characters in comic books that you just don't have context for. They just are there. Like other superheroes just pop up in Marvel and DC comics. You're just like, who the fuck is Wildcat? I have no idea, but Superman's talking to them. So you just go
Did you
with
know that
it.
Wildcat was in that movie?
I learned it after the fact because I did not catch the mural when I
Oh,
was watching.
Oh, I haven't looked up any articles or stuff, but yeah, I saw that JSA mural, and
Yeah,
I
I
had a little moment.
totally missed that. Uh, but yeah, so this movie just has other superheroes in there, and this is not an origin story or anything like that. And they don't fucking tell you anything about like the backstory of these characters. Like this is Guy Gardner, he's a Green Lantern, and they have like a throwaway
Hmm.
line. He's like, "I was chosen for this," and they just talk
Yeah,
like, no, like in universe, like I don't need to. He doesn't need to explain to Superman what a Green Lantern is because Superman knows, and you're just kind of expected to know, but it's not important that you fully understand it, and you just kind of go with it.
yeah.
Same
I
with
think
Hawk
that's the
Girl.
important thing. The movie very much says more so that it is not important. It's saying Guy Gardner is an asshole, not Guy Gardner is a Green
Your
Lantern.
camera's
That's
off.
the important thing.
Also, your camera's
What's
off,
up?
by the way.
Oh, is that better?
Yes.
For listeners at home, my camera just went out for a little bit there because I literally covered my webcam and I forgot to uncover it because I wanted to make a little red light pop up because I was fucking around while Josh was talking.
Oh,
Pay attention during your podcast, folks.
hell yeah. But yeah, like there's like Guy Gardner's an asshole. He can make solid light projection. Hawk Girl,
Yeah,
it's a girl with hawk
you
powers.
got it.
You nailed it.
You did it.
Mr. Terrific, man, oh, stole the fucking movie.
Yes, I don't think that anyone that I've talked to have seen this movie thinks that I've actually never said his name out loud, so I apologize if I butcher it, but I assume it's Eddie Gathegi. You may know him from a very, very brief stint in X-Men First Class as Darwin. That was probably, well, I thought it was the first time I saw him. Turns out that he is also in Twilight and Twilight Moon as Laurent. So yeah, I did know him from there, unfortunately. But there's no one I talked through that did not think that Eddie Gathegi stole the fucking show of this movie, Mr. Terrific, the
Which
actor
is
playing
great
Mr.
because now like non-comic book readers are learning how fucking cool Mr. Terrific is.
Yes.
Like I'm not the big DC guy. I know you're much more DC than I am. I'm more of the Marvel guy. Uh,
Yes.
but even I knew who like Mr. Terrific was, and a lot of people probably know him from his I think not great adaptation in the CW Arrowverse, where he's
I don't even remember him over there.
exactly because he was kind of a fucking loser in that. But like Mr. Terrific is
Uh,
cool. He's just a cool
well,
fucking dude and an asshole.
he's in Justice League and he fucks on Justice League because
He
he does the Sunday's Time crossword in pen,
That's
I
right.
would like to say. Yes.
And
A
man,
very big note.
he killed this movie. I'm just gonna go and let you know if you're a big Snyderverse fan, which I wasn't. I don't really care for the Snyderverse movies.
Yeah.
You're going to hate. You're going to
All too
despise.
serious.
You will despise this movie, but you also don't understand what makes Superman good. So I don't really care about your
No,
opinion
I
either.
don't think that's fair. I think if you're a Snyderverse fan and you think that that is the only way it should be seen, then you will not like these movies. I think you can be a fan of, your what is it? Dark Knight Returns, your Frank Millers, but you can also be a fan of, your Josh Williamsons, your people making Superman fun and creative and cute. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you can like
I
both.
was doing a bit where I was making fun of. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you know like the Snyderverse like super fans that are like ridiculous
Oh
about
yeah.
it that treat him
Oh
like a second coming of Christ. When I don't think
yeah.
he's really made. I don't really fuck with his movies in general. Like, there's not many good Snyder
He has made
movies.
one. He has made one great movie, and it was written by James Gunn. So
Which one was
that
that?
that old Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, that was written by James Gunn also. Because I was gonna say that was
Hmm.
his only good movie.
It's his only good movie, and it was written by someone else. Yeah, Zack Snyder sucks,
Okay, good.
frankly, but
Yeah, okay. Because I'm
but
not
he
a.
does a lot of fun stuff. And wait, no, 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 that's totally unfair. Zack Snyder's movies suck. Zack
Yeah,
Snyder doesn't suck.
I don't know anything about
He's
him as a person.
genuinely, from everything I've heard, is a very nice guy. He had to step down from Justice League because of family issues, and I like that he was a person that decided to, do that. Anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm just not a big fan of his movies. I'm not making a
Yeah,
judgment on his person. I don't like the way
yeah.
he does movies. So I was very happy with how this movie turned out. Which I like James Gunn. I'm not the biggest Guardians fan. Like they're good movies. They are for me very forgettable. I don't really remember them that much. They kind of go in and out for me.
Hmm.
But movies for me like him, whereas things like I really loved like Slither. Slither is one of my like
Yeah.
favorite movies, and that's also got Nathan Fillion in it. And
Yes.
if that's a horror movie about a body horror movie, and if not something you should watch with kids at
No,
all.
God, no.
God no.
Superman decides to skate the line of being something you should not watch with
Oh no, yeah.
kids. I will
There
say
is a moment. You talking about the roulette moment? We'll just say.
yes, that one especially. But then I realized superhero movies aren't for kids. It
Oh
just
no.
feels like they should be.
Yeah.
I
Well, the
want
rest of
them to
the rest
be.
of that movie presents that way, except like Guy Gardner like giving the finger, which was in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. Fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah, other that great movie, and I assume that's what when you're saying the Mighty Crabjoys. That's what you meant by your recommendation was recommending Superman.
No, I'm recommending the punk rock band, the Mighty Crabjoys. They are definitely a punk rock band.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
that because I was going to use that in case
Oh,
you had
oh.
brought that as a recommendation as Superman. What I was actually going to recommend was a secondary Superman thing,
Ooh,
which
what
is
do you
my
got?
favorite incarnation of a on-screen Superman, which is the newer show. It's done now, but it's called Superman and Lois. And it's like they said, "Hey, what if Superman was a DILF and had
Yeah,
kids?" And it's about basically him and Lois
for a second time.
and their family, and it just nails what Superman is to me. And the writing does come off as a little CW-ish sometimes, especially with their teenage boys. You're just like, "Woof, man, am I really a 30-year-old man watching this?" And you're like, "Yeah, I guess I am."
Yeah.
And but like when the Superman stuff is just so good. Yes, it's lower budget because it's made for like the CW.
It absolutely doesn't look like it. I
It
will
doesn't look.
disagree with you
I didn't
there.
say it looks like it. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying, if you like if you
But
just
I
walk straight out of Superman and you
what a
wanted more Superman.
well, yeah, but this is a TV show.
I
Like,
know.
what
I
other
know.
what other TV shows have that same quality in terms of like superhero shows for just its literal like cinematography and budget look?
Oh, I
It
was.
looks really
It looks.
expensive.
It look. I think it's just really well made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
yeah.
really
So
good.
I personally, I'm not a fan of this show, but I took offense to you saying it was low budget because I'm pretty sure they spent a
Lower
lot of money
budget. I
on
said
this.
lower budget. I think it's expensive for a CW show. But like
I
compared
think
to
it's
something like
expensive for
The
a show.
Boys, for example, if we want to go another superhero route.
Yeah, if we go to the biggest spender in all of um entertainment outside of Netflix.
Yeah, 'cause I think HBO's lost that now that they don't really make Game of Thrones anymore.
Yeah. I don't even think they were really like as soon as Amazon got in the game, they were like, we're gonna put all of our money down on
I think the most
so
expensive is definitely definitely Rings of Power. I think that's what, $1 billion show they said.
yeah, so
Something
stupid.
ridiculous,
To
and
to be that expensive is so stupid.
for what it accomplishes. But I'm not going to sit here and
Yeah.
shit on Rings of Power. It's a perfectly mid show. Not bad, not great. Looks pretty sometimes. But yeah, so I just want to recommend that. I really like that show. I like that version of Superman.
Yeah.
I
Taylor Hoechlin, very good.
He's just so good, and I like the way they write him. And honestly, I just I like seeing characters in sometimes a different dynamic than what is like the default. Like I've seen
Yeah.
Superman try to court Lois. I've seen them dating. Like uh, oh man, now I'm seeing My Adventures with Superman, the animated show, which is also really fucking good. But it's also
Yes, a show that I think is much better than this show. Personally.
that show is much better, but those shows to me like are both the perfect Superman. My Adventures with Superman is a better show. I just love that. I just love the Superman Lois Superman. But I'm not gonna wax
That's fair.
episodic. I'm also not the massivest Superman guy. I haven't read a fuck ton of Superman. I think I've read more than the average person.
Yeah, definitely.
I've definitely read hundreds of issues and still say like, yeah, I'm not that well read on Superman. I've read so much, but like compared to like what I would call like someone who is a Superman fan has read, like you have read way more Superman, but I
almost everything.
Yeah, like
I would say nearly everything since like 1985.
Yeah, so like
since his Burned run.
Yeah, I recently started with that Man of Steel run, like going through it, and I was enjoying it. And then I got to the Triangle era, which I'm not going to explain. It got really confusing because in the omnibus it'd be like issue, the next issue, no like connective tissue,
nothing happened,
no connective tissue, but it's a different storyline. And I was like, I've lost the plot.
Yeah,
but it was really good until then. People love the Triangle era though. But that's what I'm saying. Like I know what the Triangle era is, which I think 99% of people do not know what that is, and still say I'm not like big on Superman, which is crazy.
I'd say you'd be pretty high. You could get a pretty high number in just saying like comic book fans that don't know what the fuck you're talking about in terms of the Triangle era of Superman. Like personally. And it's just because
it's old.
Superman is and also
it's
he's kind of like
that happened 40 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
30.
80s.
No.
80s.
90s.
Did they start that we get to the 90s by the time Triangle hit?
Triangle era is like 91.
Okay.
Yeah, right around
well,
there.
the Man of Steel started
91,
in the 80s.
92.
That's why I was asked. That's why I meant I thought it was 80s.
Yeah.
Now just going straight through. But before we do a full comic book podcast right now, I think we should try maybe transition out of the show, you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Because you and I will ramble on about this for another hour or two,
Easy.
and I won't stop the recording.
No, We'll just keep going. And we have places to be tonight, folks. That's right. We
I
do
do.
things other than play video games.
Sometimes we kiss. No, my wife will get
Yeah, we're
mad. Our wives
boyfriends.
will get mad again.
My wife won't get mad. Your wife will get mad because you say it all the time and she gets genuinely upset. My wife wishes we would kiss. But I think that just about does us, right? Do you
Yeah.
have anything else for this week?
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll have an episode coming up that won't be very current with what's going on because I'll be going camping for a week and I've never been camping before and it's gonna be awful. So
Yeah, he's gonna hate it.
we're gonna be playing a fun little game that episode. So stay tuned for that because there's probably gonna be some arguing involved. We might be heated at
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
I will purposefully get heated. I might just get drunk beforehand just to have fun.
So yeah, look forward to that episode and maybe not next week, but the week after. So if something
Yes.
big happens, if they announce the PlayStation Xbox merger and we don't fucking mention it that week, that's why.
Oops, that's why. We're not dead.
And also,
Probably not.
the usual stuff. Hey, if you like us, give us a like, comment if you want, talk to us about video games or comic books. I love talking about comic books and superheroes. To a disturbing amount for a 31-year-old man, which is probably stock standard on the internet now that I think about it. And
Yeah, it's pretty standard now.
if you want to see more, especially if you want to see that little game that I'm thinking about calling Devil's Advocate, is what I pitched to you.
I like Devil's Advocate.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Subscribe so you
Al Pacino's great in it.
Yeah, it's okay. He actually is. Subscribe so you don't miss that episode. But other than that, Jarvis, I got nothing. I gotta take the dog out. I gotta feed that dude. He's asleep over there.
Oh yeah, we gotta get going, man. We gotta run out of here. This is
Yeah.
it. There's nothing else. So you know what, everybody? You just gotta remember, it's dangerous to go alone. Take us. Bye.
Bye.